Hi everyone, I'm Cassie Smith and I am a teaching artist and researcher at the MAS Barrientos Mexican American Cultural Center, or as we like to call it, the MACC. Today I want to talk to you a bit more about the center, as well as to talk about our education department and how we design our curriculum, as well as to present to you resources from our Smithsonian Learning Lab collections that we hope might inspire you to create your own lessons about Mexican American and Latinx arts, politics, culture, and history. Let's get started with a very brief history of the MACC. Can you believe that it took over 40 years of community activism to establish the MACC? Many say that the idea of creating a cultural facility for the Mexican American community emerged in the early 1970s. Before the MACC, there were several Mexican American art and educational centers, including the Pan American Recreation Center, El Centro Chicano, and Juarez Lincoln University. Mexican American and Latino advocates appealed to the city of Austin for support for the development of a facility that focused on their cultural arts and heritage. After decades of organizing and advocating for the center, a bond package to build the MACC was put forward in 1998 and approved by Austin voters. The long-awaited groundbreaking ceremony took place in November of 2005, and the building was completed in June of 2007. The MACC opened in the same year on September 15th with a ribbon-cutting ceremony attended by thousands of community members, as well as the leaders who had worked so hard to realize their dream of having a cultural center. We are located in the historic Rainey District, which was an early Mexican-American neighborhood in Austin, though it has seen rapid neighborhood displacement in recent years. Despite this, the MACC persists with its mission to preserve, create, present, and promote the cultural arts of Mexican Americans and Latino cultures. To do this, the Center produces 4 signature events a year, including our Awards of Excellence ceremony honoring members of the MACC community and their contributions to the arts, our Dia de los Muertos event to honor those in our community and families who have passed away, and our Viva Mexico 16 de Septiembre Mexican Independence Day celebration. And in April, we feature our La Mujer Festival that celebrates women in the arts. The MACC has 2 galleries where we exhibit diverse local, national, and international arts. We host art openings, artist talks, and workshops as well. We also host a Latino Artist Access Program, which was created to aid the development of local Latino arts groups and to provide programming for visitors. There are currently 13 different individual and group artists at the MACC that create theater, dance, music, and visual arts, and much, much more. These artists represent a variety of Latin American cultures and countries, including Cuba, Mexico, Ecuador, and El Salvador, and produce innovative and educational content for kids and adults alike. The Education Department at the MACC provides dynamic, innovative, and socially relevant programming that preserves, creates, and promotes Mexican American and Latinx cultural arts and heritage. We host our Figuralo Youth Art Exhibit, as well as workshops and tours. In our Semilla Spring Break Camp and La Cosecha Summer Camp, we teach kids age 5 to 12 about history and culture, along with digital, performing, and visual arts lessons, which can range from capoeira to digital arts and found object sculptures. We also work to take our programs into the community with classroom visits and our Sábados en Familia programs hosted at local libraries around the city. Currently, we partner with communities and schools to offer after-school programming for elementary schools throughout Austin. Now we'll talk about how we design our curriculum. In the model of Brazilian theorist Paulo Freire, we create our lesson plans, workshops, and tours using praxis theory, or the combining of theoretical and historical knowledge with art practice to help students create projects that address real-world issues in Austin and across the globe. 2020 brought us a new challenge of creating digital programs and creating content for new audiences in new ways. As many of you know, we had to become tech savvy and translate our in the classroom teaching skills to pre-recorded video and or teaching virtually. I think we all had to stretch our creative minds and skills to come up with virtual programming that was engaging and in line with our mission. These unique conditions helped us to expand our Smithsonian Learning Lab collections into better tools for us to teach our students and also to engage with the various communities we serve. The Learning Lab also aids us in drawing together a variety of resources in one place, including our website, our YouTube playlists, lesson plans, exhibits, and even outside supporting resources. For example, you can take a virtual tour of the MACC here through images, or go along with our Cultural and Arts Program Supervisor, Olivia Tamzarian, as she explores the MACC. You could learn more about our namesake and community activist, Emma S. Barrientos, or you can find out more about the original architect of our buildings, Mexican designer Teodoro Gonzalez de Leon. You can also increase your knowledge of the history of Mexican American activism in East Austin by listening to the Austin History Center's MACC Oral History Project. You can view two truly remarkable virtual exhibits by Diana Molina and Ender Martos, which would be great subjects for a social studies or art class. If you're interested in seeing one of our on-site collections, you can explore our Uprooted Dreams collection of alebrijes and even see lesson plans for 3 alebrije projects. Check out our coloring and activity book, An Empowered Village and Its Citizens. It tells the history of the ESB MACC and encourages children to envision what they would like to see take place at our center. Our collections also include information about our Caminos Teen Leadership Program, including their live stream variety show for teens called Vámonos. Maybe you want to choose your own adventure and create your own MACC collection that draws together these resources in a way that makes sense for your own lesson plans. Thank you for joining me for a quick overview of our center, the Education Department at the MACC, and our collections.